Ever wondered why Zeus always had such a stormy temperament? Or why Hermes seemed to have an unhealthy obsession with hats? Welcome to our fresh and humorous take on the fascinating world of Greek mythology. The ancient Greeks had a pantheon of gods, each with their own unique quirks and personalities, giving us a treasure trove of stories that have intrigued and entertained audiences for centuries. These tales of triumph, tragedy, love and betrayal, set against the backdrop of a world where the divine and mortal realms often collided, have a timeless appeal. And let's not forget the drama. Oh, the drama. It's like a celestial soap opera, but with lightning bolts and shape-shifting. So if you've ever found yourself puzzled by the antics of the Greek gods, you're in the right place. Well, buckle up as we dive into the quirky side of Olympus, counting down the top 10 Greek gods. At number 10, we have Dionysus, the god of wine, because every good party needs a god of wine, right? Dionysus, the life of any divine gathering, is famous for his love of wine and good times. In Greek mythology, he is the one to call when the ambrosia runs dry. Now, Dionysus didn't just sit around sipping wine all day. He was the instigator of cheer, the promoter of merriment, the divine equivalent of your friend who never says no to a night out. With vines and grapes in his domain, Dionysus was the original vintner, turning water into wine long before it became a party trick. He was also known for his dual nature. One moment, he's as cheerful as a cherub. The next, he's throwing a tantrum because someone drank the last of the Pinot Noir. So, if you're ever stuck for a party guest, Dionysus is your guy. Just make sure you have enough wine. Moving on to number 9, we have Aphrodite. And let's just say, she's not just a pretty face. This Greek goddess of love and beauty was no wallflower. In fact, she was the life of the party, even in the divine realm. Aphrodite had an undeniable allure that captivated both gods and mortals alike. But her beauty wasn't her only asset. She was also known for her, let's call it, adventurous love life. From passionate flings with war gods to secret trysts with mortal men, Aphrodite certainly knew how to keep Olympus buzzing with gossip. But don't let her beauty fool you. She could be as vain as a peacock preening its feathers. She was no stranger to causing chaos in her quest to be acknowledged as the fairest of them all. So remember, beauty may be skin deep, but Aphrodite's vanity runs right to the core. At number 8, we have Hermes. He's the ancient Greek answer to express delivery. Just imagine, in a world without smartphones or email, you needed someone with wings on their heels to get your message across. That's Hermes for you, the official messenger of the gods. He was a busy lad, zipping around faster than you can say next day delivery. He was charged with delivering divine mails. And trust me, the gods were not known for their patience. But Hermes, with his winged sandals and cap, was always up for the task. Think of him as the ultimate courier, handling everything from divine decrees to underworld commutes without so much as a coffee break. No traffic jams, no late deliveries, just pure, efficient service. Now, wouldn't that be something to see on your tracking status? So next time your package arrives late, maybe you just need a little more Hermes in your life. Coming in at number 7, we have Athena. She's the embodiment of girl power, ancient Greek style. Now, this is a goddess who knows how to multitask. Not only is she the goddess of wisdom, but she also knows her way around a battlefield. In fact, she's the strategic mastermind behind many Greek victories. Imagine being so good at warfare, you make Ares, the god of war himself, feel a tad insecure. Now that's what I call a power move. And did I mention she was born fully grown and in full battle armor, straight from Zeus's forehead? Talk about making an entrance. But don't let her warrior reputation fool you. Athena is also the goddess of wisdom, courage, and inspiration. So she's not just about brawn, but also about brains. She's the perfect balance of strength and intellect, truly embodying the saying, brains over brawn. So if you're in a battle of wits or war, Athena is your gal. At number 6, we have Apollo. He's got a sunny disposition, literally. This radiant deity is none other than the Greek sun god Apollo. He's the one you can thank for those glorious sunny days at the beach. But there's more to Apollo than just a pretty sunrise. This guy's a multi-talented marvel, juggling a portfolio of roles like a pro. Not only is he the god of the sun, he's also the god of music. Picture this: Apollo strumming his lyre, serenading the sun across the sky like a cosmic DJ. With a repertoire that could put any modern pop star to shame, he was the original rock star of Olympus. And let's not forget about his sunny personality. Always the optimist, Apollo could find the silver lining in any cloud. He was the embodiment of positivity, a literal ray of sunshine in the often gloomy world of Greek mythology. So if you're feeling a bit gloomy, maybe you need a little Apollo to brighten your day. Moving on to number 5, we have Poseidon. He's got a wave of a temper. This moody deity reigned over the vast seas of ancient Greece. If you thought your boss was a handful, imagine having a boss who could summon a tsunami when he's in a bad mood. Poseidon, the Sea King, was not just about salt and spray, though. He was also entrusted with earthquakes and horses. Quite the eclectic mix, isn't it? But let's face it, his emotional control was about as reliable as a chocolate teapot. One moment he's serenely watching over his marine kingdom, the next he's stirring up a storm because someone forgot to invite him to a party. Talk about being salty. It's no wonder sailors of old were superstitious about keeping him sweet. So if you're ever caught in a storm at sea, you might want to send a quick prayer to Poseidon. At number 4, we have Hades. He's the god you don't want to meet too soon. Now, Hades isn't your typical party animal, unless your idea of a party involves eternal darkness and chilling with the dearly departed. As the god of the underworld, Hades presides over the realm of the dead, ensuring that spirits don't stray too far from their final resting place. He's a bit of a workaholic, really. No sunny vacations for this guy. His idea of a beach trip is a visit to the river Styx. And talk about having a tough crowd. His subjects are, well, deceased, so not much of a conversation there. And let's not forget his pet, Cerberus, the three-headed dog. Who needs a frisbee when you've got a creature that can play fetch with itself? Oh, Hades, with his gloomy disposition and eternal commitment to the underworld, certainly knows how to put the dead in deadline. So if you're feeling a bit down, just remember, at least you're not stuck in the underworld with Hades. Moving on to number 3, we have Artemis. She's got a real knack for hitting her target in more ways than one. Now, Artemis was the goddess of the hunt, so she was pretty handy with a bow and arrow. But here's the twist. She was also the goddess of chastity. Talk about a conflicting job description, right? She was one of the few goddesses who decided to stay a virgin. In fact, she was so committed to her virginity that she once turned a would-be suitor into a stag just because he saw her bathing. Now that's what I call a serious commitment to personal space. But despite her prowess with a bow and arrow, Artemis wasn't quite as skilled in the love department. You could say she was better at shooting arrows than shooting Cupid's arrows, but hey, we all have our strengths and weaknesses. So if you're ever feeling unlucky in love, just remember, at least you're not Artemis. And finally, at number 1, we have Zeus, the god of all gods and a real thunderous character. Now, if you thought your family gatherings were complicated, just wait till you hear about Zeus's. As the king of the gods, Zeus was a busy man, juggling his thunder duties with a rather, shall we say, vibrant personal life. It seems that Zeus was not only a fan of throwing thunderbolts, but also of throwing himself into numerous romantic escapades. From goddesses to mortals, no one was safe from his affections. And from these affairs, a multitude of children sprang, gods, demigods, and heroes alike. And let's not forget his fondness for transforming into various animals to carry out his amorous adventures. Swans, bulls, golden rain. Zeus has done it all. Just goes to show that even when you're the king of the gods, you can still have a bit of fun. So there you have it, the top 10 Greek gods, each with their quirks and foibles. Remember, even gods have a funny side.